A tale? Nearly 100 years earlier. On planet Tyrannica, the psychopathic rulers seized the opportunity to tighten their grip on power. By creating and then exploiting irrational fear, they were able to clamp down on the entire planet. They trampled the most basic civil liberties in the name of protecting their citizens from an impending apocalypse. The rulers disseminated misinformation while censoring and smearing anyone who challenged their deceptive narratives. For years, they subjected their citizens to a never-ending barrage of fear-inducing images, graphs, and messages, all used to justify arbitrary rules and policies that maintained a climate of terror. Instead of offering early treatment and focused protection to the vulnerable, they used the virus as a smokescreen to mint additional riches. They printed trillions in new currency and directed those trillions, with strings attached, into the essential businesses of their choosing. They created a hastily developed, inadequately tested vaccine, and this drove hundreds of billions more directly into the pockets of their patrons. The rulers knew that fewer than 1 in 100,000 of their young required vaccine-induced protection. The rulers knew, even among the old, fewer than 1 in 100 required it. They didn't care. By shaming, terrorizing, and coercing their citizens, they manipulated billions into taking the vaccine, completely disregarding individual rights and obliterating any notion of informed consent. Meanwhile, on Libertaria, the global leaders embraced a starkly different approach. They calmly explained the actual risks posed by the virus, offering their citizens accurate and transparent information every step of the way. They identified vulnerable groups and advised them on practical measures to safeguard their health. Exercise, improved diet, adequate vitamin D intake, weight loss, and early treatment became integral parts of their guidance and protection strategy. The libertarian leaders produced a vaccine as well, but they made no misleading statements about safety or efficacy, and nobody was coerced or manipulated into taking it. Most important, the leaders of Libertaria provided context for the potential number of deaths the virus could cause. This made it nearly impossible for their citizens to be manipulated into a state of panic. The virus was not an apocalyptic scourge, and by focusing resources on protecting the most vulnerable, they could diminish its impact even further. Unlike the rulers on Tyrannica, the libertarian leaders would not destroy the global economy, trample basic civil rights, or seek to profit financially and politically from the virus. The curious libertarian child asked her AI if it could expand on the context that libertarian leaders provided to their people. She wanted to know how that single piece of information prevented a worldwide panic. The AI responded with a transcript taken directly from a global press conference. It read, "The data shows that this virus could cause up to 2 million additional deaths this year. Unfortunately, we must now address the fact that there are a small number of individuals on Tyrannica trying to influence the citizens of our planet. They are trying to create unreasonable fear of this virus. This is all you need to know. Even if we only had a planetary population of 1 billion, a death toll of 2 million would mean that 998 million of our citizens would survive. Contrary to what the rulers of Tyrannica would have you believe, that is clearly not a civilization-ending event. It does not justify the revocation of your freedoms. However, Libertaria does not have a population of only 1 billion. Rather, we have a population of 8 billion. So, to provide accurate context, we must add another 999 million who survive. Then we must add another 999 million who survive. Then another 999 million, and another 999 million, plus 999 million more, plus 999 million more, plus 999 million more, and even after adding all of these, we would still need to account for an additional 7 million survivors. The Tyrannica propagandists who insist we're staring down the apocalypse know exactly what they're doing. They are intentionally trying to create and exploit irrational fear, to increase their own profit and power. But they can only do that by withholding or censoring information that exposes the dishonesty of their narrative. We won't let that happen on Libertaria. The libertarian child now understood the difference between the worlds. More importantly, she understood the tactics of tyrants and the power of freedom. Determined to share what she had learned, she retold the tale to any who would listen. And those who listened retold it as well, because this timeless tale illuminates more than the contrast between two worlds. It illuminates the path from tyranny to liberty. We hope you've enjoyed this Tale of Two Worlds. If so, please like and share it with others. And if you want to protect your world from the likes of the Tyrannicans, please read or listen to Tragedy and Hope 101 for free at joeplummer.com.